Alright, he got a bunch of meetings done yesterday because he has nothing to do today.
Nada.
Yes. Let alone being like Friday and stuff, there's not a thing with the Phillips stuff.
Yeah, plus everyone who works for them has today off.
Yeah, that's, like he has like not much to do, it's end of month, and people have 3 kinds of jobs. First of the month shit, last of the month shit, a little bit all throughout the entire month.
Yeah.
You are a...
It's become a little bit all through the month.
Which is a good steady pace.
It is so much
rather than having a stressful one stressful week and a boredom stressful week 1, bored week 3. Because then you're like recovering on week 2. Like, yeah. So we're gonna go for a walk. It is 1 o'clock and yeah, it's a nice warm day. I'm in orange shorts. People are gonna be looking at me funny, but I need to find a better picture for this. Spoilers. So I'm too busy going by here on my bike. I usually go out that side of the apartment. I didn't see that sign over there. In English says, eviction for emptiness. Again, support your local squatters. I don't know much about Europe, but do squatters have a union? The local 538, squatters of Transvalbert. I'm sorry, what? What is going on here? I don't understand.
That's weird.
So, Aaron and I were talking yesterday when we were coming back from Burritos Anonymous about neighborhoods. And like, because I edited the video, it was like, okay, well I live in Transvalbert and I live in Oost. But then there's this slightly larger segment called Watergraafsmeer, and I don't know what that is because even when I Google it, it says it's a polder. And then it started getting me like thinking about like, where's Oosterpark and where's Dashric and where's like...
Yeah, because there's a lot of places around here that have names.
Yeah.
That in the States we'd either call census designated areas or unincorporated areas.
Yeah, but there's like a zip code, which is larger than a neighborhood, but our zip code here is smaller than our neighborhood. But it's just sort of like, I'm trying to figure out like, what's the, and so I wound up going to, what'd you call that website?
OpenStreetMaps.org.
OpenStreetMaps. Is that what Niantic and stuff use?
Yes.
Okay, that's what they use. It was actually really useful and stuff, but the various different zoom levels is what gave me, like I could zoom in and see Transvalbert and Dapperbert, but I had to zoom out and get the name of Oost to show me where Oosterpark was, but that's still within, very odd. We're walking, speaking of Oosterpark, which is back there, just letting you know where it's all at. Yeah, we're heading into Oosterpark. Probably gonna do a couple laps of this one. I should probably get my Pokemon guy out if we're gonna be doing laps then.
Yeah.
Okay, Cherry brought this up to me a couple weeks ago and I said, dude, I didn't actually know if I'd be able to ever find one. Apparently they're an invasive species.
Oh.
But like when you see that level of, like when you see that roundness, like he showed me pictures of it online from like a couple of years ago. And I was like, okay, I don't know. There's a lot of people in the park and I can't necessarily validate if I'll be able to find one. But yes, there are turtles in Amsterdam, in Oosterpark. I mean, look at, he's looking at us.
Yeah. I mean, you said turtle, I looked at it. He responds to turtle.
Look at him. Look at him on the camera, Aaron. Hello. Point. Turtle. Oh, he said he didn't. Whatever.
Hello, turtle.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, well.
Now he knows it's being filmed. But I just glanced over in the corner of my eye and I saw something round sticking on the end and my brain said, oh my God, Jerry told me about the turtles in Oosterpark. So there, we validate. We have parakeets, we have ducks, we have cooters, we have geese, and apparently we have turtles. Oosterpark is trying to be a zoo.
It's kind of succeeding.
And then, not to mention we've got all the tremendous amounts of birds, including I think those are geese, and that's mama with the babies. Could be dad with the babies. I don't technically know. The one with the babies looks a little bland in color versus the one that's closer by looks a bit more flamboyant. And when it comes to birds, the dudes are usually much more flamboyant. But yeah. Apparently I'm just out here looking for wildlife in Oosterpark. Is that the name of the vlog? I don't know.
Could be.
There's a pretty fountain. So, we have Fabo.
Yes.
And my WhatsApp for the unmelding group went a little crazy while we were going on about stuff. Apparently, the fan site, gridiron.nl, for football, the guy who runs that, I think, wrote a shitpost about the decision on Eredivisie for the Netherlands. He is, I think, the chairman of the Arnhem Falcons, and he consulted our coordinator and quarterback, Maurice. I'm going to link to that below if you guys want to mess with your stuff or test your Dutch. But Marcus, in Meldingen, Marcus is determined to get some of us back on the field for whatever reason, because it's pretty stupid what's going on. The fact that there are, like, the West Frisian Outlaws are going back to practices. Germany is going back to practices. And several other countries that I'm noticing are going back to very limited football practices, even Poland. And so him and I think Tim Bokens, the voorzitter of whatever, they're working with the gemeente of Hilversum to figure out what exactly can be done and when it can be done. Probably won't happen for June. We'll see how things go, because there's no contact sports until September. And that kind of counts out defense, but there's still a lot of stuff on offense you can do. And you can just get together and do conditioning and, socialize in a big giant circle. Because I guarantee you, a lot of these guys probably aren't going out and doing their morning stretches.
Yeah.
I'm not.